Hey there thinkers, welcome back to Critical Hit. My name is Est, and in this video we're going to talk about Rachel Zegler. I know, again, but rumor has it that Disney might be planning on replacing Snow White. And it looks like Lucy Hale might just be able to replace Rachel Zegler to save this Snow White disaster, because not only does Lucy Hale look the part, she also has proven how much she would love to play Snow White. Fans believe that with all the controversy that Rachel Zegler has caused, that she should be removed and bring in Lucy Hale. Not only for her looks, mind you, because those are a dead ringer for the role, but she would also be able to represent Snow White's personality more than Rachel really ever could. Disney, for some reason, has somehow warped this movie into something completely different than the original. Starting with the casting choices, like casting Rachel Zegler as a Latina as Snow White, has not really been received well by the fans. Because not only does she not fit the character description, but she clearly doesn't understand the role in the slightest, which is nothing but love and friendship, while knowing full well she could be a ruler one day, which oddly enough, it seems like Rachel has completely thrown out the window, and she doesn't believe that it fits her feministic vision. According to Rachel, Snow White shouldn't have a love interest. It's not important to the story. To her, the love story is completely outdated and shouldn't be shown to new generations. Forget the fact that Snow White is such a classic story that nobody has ever had a problem with it before. It just honestly, it seems like Disney is trying to reimagine a feminazi Snow White. Clearly, love is anti-feminist, and this new era of Disney being against showing romantic love is a step in the wrong direction with representing girls. Disney has been obsessed with casting POC roles. Just to add POC representation to stories is not doing anything but turning loyal fans away, who, mind you, have grown up with all these classical stories. Having more representation in movies is never a bad thing. All forms of people should be able to see parts of themselves in these iconic stories. However, it is a problem when it makes no sense for the plot. So many people have urged Disney to focus on making original movies, where the focus can be on world building, where they can do these POC actors justice, rather than pushing them into a role that a lot of people covet. I say this even after watching Wish. So, Snow White is a very German fairy tale from the stories by the Grimm brothers. And it's set in a very German forest, in a German fairy tale castle, which is very integrated into German history. Snow White is not white because she's based off of a German fairy tale. Her character description is that her skin is as white as snow, which is why her name is Snow White. Taking this away from her character makes no sense because her name wouldn't be accurate anymore, which is why casting Rachel Zegler to the role was a huge mistake. While she is an incredible singer, I'm sure she could possibly do Snow White's voice justice. However, that's pretty much it. That's the only connection she has to the character that she's trying to portray. The way that Rachel Zegler talks about the Snow White universe is especially disheartening to fans. And I'm sorry, but it's just downright disrespectful. Not only has she made a mockery of Snow White, but she's even admitted to never liking her in the first place. As a child, she admitted that she only saw it once, and that it frightened her.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. Like, I'm being so serious. I watched it once and then I went on the ride in Disney World, which was called Snow White's Scary Adventures. Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years. When I was doing this film.
So, rightfully so, many fans believe that she doesn't deserve the role, considering there are so many other actresses that can fit the part, and that have more respect for fans of the character and would want to see this movie succeed. With the movie's direction and Rachel's words, fans have called for a recreation. Since the movie has been delayed several times already, this means that Disney has the power to recast their lead if they get enough hate on it. We did get the revamped CGI dwarves, but why do they not just cast their roles? This is not a welcome change either. They look absolutely horrible, and because of that, there could even be further delays. Which means that they could start all over with this new actress. Rachel Zegler, along with the dwarves, are clearly hated by all the fans. And if Disney doesn't do something about it, they might result in another total box office flop. They might be able to make some money off this movie if they do it right. See, this is why a lot of fans are calling for Lucy Hale to replace Rachel as Snow White, because not only does she have the looks for it, but she also seems to be very enthusiastic about playing her. She's been a very beloved celebrity for years now, and she has a strong fan base that she could possibly bring over to Disney if she takes on the role. Nobody can argue that she doesn't even look like Snow White either. She has proven that in the past. Lucy seems to embody the Snow White vibe by creating several looks that are inspired by the Snow White character. On her show, Pretty Little Liars, she did dress up looking like her. Red headband and all. Like I said, this is just a rumor. A hopeful one at that, but that's everything I've got for now. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified on our next video. So let me know down in the comments if you agree with the Lucy Hale pick, or if you have another choice. I'm all ears. Well, I will see you in the next video. Toodles!